Hello guys, welcome back to SWS Boxing. Delighted to get on boxing coach Tony Marshall. He's Marco Simmons' head coach, and yes, pleasure getting you on, Tony.
Thank you.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, since I last spoke to you, Marco's had three fights. Yeah, and three good fights as well. We'll talk about all three of them. We'll talk about his fight that was in March against Joe Blundell at the Eastside Rooms in Birmingham, and it was a 38-39 defeat, but it was a close fight, wasn't it, that one?
He should have won that. The only reason he didn't win it was because the lad was on home turf, or my lad would have got it. Marco would have got it, and it was his proud debut as well. But he ain't boxed since. I don't know what he's looking at or what he's waiting for. If you've got to get out there and start. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, would you guys say you got hard done by that night, or do you think
Yes,
how many rounds do you guys think, as a team, how many rounds do you think you won?
all four. Well,
Really?
I'd say he won the first. I'd say he definitely come on strong. Marco come on strong in the last two, and I think he has the second. The first was a bit iffy, you know what I mean? But I'm still clear. I'm still sure me personally, and my son thought he won the three out of the four.
Yeah, exactly.
I, I had, had I even had one of his so-called I don't know who it was, but he come to me at the end of the fight and he said, "Your lad was very unlucky. I thought he'd won it," and he was in relation to the Blundell. You know what I
mm,
mean? So, that speaks volumes to me. And he was
yeah,
there to watch his relative win, well, box and win. But he obviously thought he'd lost.
yeah.
So it is
Was it
what it is.
hard to take as a team, like the first defeat? Was it hard to take, or
Not really. It is what it is. You're going to get him because Marco's on the road, but we don't want to. We don't want to call him a journeyman. He's out there to win. You know what I mean? And he will get there. He's young. He's enthusiastic. You know what I mean? And he wants to win. And we thought we'd done enough. Obviously, Saturday again. We won the first, we won the second. The third was pretty, but the lad did come on strong, and he did turn around and say, Mitchell turned around and said that's the first the first four hardest round for well, let me get the words out. The first four rounder he'd ever done, really, which was really hard. He said
yeah,
he'd never boxed
we'll
anybody.
get onto
He'd never
that
boxed.
one, and we'll get to that one in a minute. But yeah, he fought in March again, 23rd of March this time, again in the away corner, and he came away with the win 40-37 against a good fighter in Conor Meanwell.
Yeah, what a cracking fight that was. That fight of the night. It was absolutely cracking fight.
Neither one of
Yeah.
them took a back foot.
Nah, you could have fought him in a phone box. That's how tight it was. It was really good, exciting, and a lot of punches thrown. And obviously, Mark come out triumph. Trump. You know what I mean?
Yeah. From a coach's point of view, how would you rate his performance that night? And do you feel like you were each time that Marco was getting
I
the
think,
better of it, each exchange?
yeah, every time. I think if he'd have boxed like at Saturday night, he'd have come out a winner. But going back to that fight there, we knew he was up against it. He's one of Carl Graves, his lads, and they don't mess about. They come to fight, and he certainly did. And from the referee, he was a very good referee because he let it go. He didn't keep stopping it, saying no, no. He just let the lads fight, and that's what it's about at the end of the day. That was good. I thought it was good refereeing.
Yeah, exactly that. And what did it mean to you getting that win as a team? And of course, first win in the away corner.
Well, we was over the moon because like I know what Marco can be. I know I think he can be quite a good lad. You know what I mean? He's got a lot of work to do. He ain't had a lot of fights as amateur, and obviously as a pro, but he's sparring good lads. You know what I mean? He's been spotted. Well, he's done a few rounds with Tyler Denny.
How good
Woolwich.
is it to get those sort of rounds in with such a high caliber fighter in Tyler Denny, who's the current European champion, and he's fighting this week? How do you think Denny will get on?
It's good. It's good. It's good. The thing is with Marco, he don't take a backward step, but he's got a lot to work on, especially fight sparring the likes of Denny and Ryan Woolridge. You know what I mean? Because they're both good lads. Tyler's seasoned pro, you know what I mean? And I hope he comes away with a win on Saturday night. It's going to be a very hard fight. So if he turns up the way he trains, it'll be a very interesting fight because Cash has been out for such a long time. But Cash can be very dangerous. He can bang a bit as well. But
it makes for a good fight, that one. But I think
yeah,
Denny, eventually, if he weathers an early storm, I think his boxing technique will get him out of there. And as
I hope
he's
so.
quite elusive with his feet.
Yeah, I hope so. I like them both, but I favour Denny because I've known him a while and we've watched him boxing. I've gone down BCB, watched him spar loads of people. You know what I mean? When I've took Marco down and one or two more, and he's a tough lad, Denny. He really, really is. And I just hope he brings the total. He holds onto the total and brings it back to the Midlands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. That'd be a good fight. Yeah, and of course the fight that happened on Saturday, it was at the Sellers Park on the Riakpur Billam Smith card,
Yeah,
on Sky. So I mean,
it was touch and go because I only had the phone call Monday night, and Marco had just been ticking over because he'd had a fortnight off previous. He'd been away, and that after that fortnight, he come back. He'd just been ticking over, and I had a fortnight. I went on holiday for 11 nights, like for 11 days, and when I come back, I had the phone call Monday night. Said, "Does you want to fight?" Well, Errol said, "Ring me urgently." So I rang him, and he offered me the fight. And I said, "Give me half an hour." We sat down, had a chat, and he says, "Yeah, we'll take it. You can't lose nothing, you know." But because I'd watched him before, and he's a tough lad. He fought
Brad Pauls.
Brad Pauls, and he put up a real good fight with that. You know what I mean? He wore out his depth there, but until he got caught. And I thought, he's 32, Marco's 24. You know, I know there's quite an age difference, but he looked a bit weathered to me. And when Marco stuck it on him, he looked good. But I don't think he'll be around forever now. You know what I mean? Fearson. I think his days are numbered. But I can't take. You got to give credit where he's due.
I think he could win the area, the southern area.
Yeah. If he gets in the gym, but like I said, Marco, he had near enough a month out, not trained brilliantly. If he'd have fought, well, if he'd have trained like he did for his last fight, I think he'd have beat him quite easy. But Fearson, he's a good competitor.
He was quite sharp. I mean, from the get-go, Marco, they put it on each other, and then I think once Marco caught him, Mitch got on the back foot and sort of got behind his jab more when Marco caught him.
If you'd have seen him in the morning, Marco really he got a bit of a scrape here and a scrape there, obviously because he's so short. But Fearson, you'd have put them together and looked at him, you'd have said Marco would have won because he'd got a real bad cut on the top of his eyelid. And he was black and blue all underneath the same eye. You know what I mean? And he said it was a tough 4-rounder. Toughest one he'd had for a 4-rounder. But like I said, if his next fight's got to be 6. Marco's fight. It's got to be 6
I mean,
rounder.
the commentators said that if it was longer rounds, it would suit Marco quite a lot because they thought
he always has tries to get him in his pockets. If he lets him off and boxes, it's quite hard. You know what I mean? But if he steps on the gas and he keeps close to him, he's got a beautiful work rate. But I think he was just a bit worried because he hadn't been in the gym near enough. Well, he had the phone call Monday, and I said, "Shall we check it or what?" And the money was all right, but apart from that, Marco just wants to fight, and I think he'll come through. He'll get once he's done a 6 rounder. I think we can get him a couple of sixes, and if I'm just going to jump in. Errol offered me a fight in Belfast next week, but I've said no. Well, they refused it in the end because he was making his pro debut. The kid was. I don't know who it was. I didn't ask.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Marco's improving each fight, and then he put in a good fight on a Saturday. It was a good performance, and in my opinion, there was quite a good few fights, but I think that was one
I think
fight.
it was one of the top fights in there.
Yeah,
on the show because I don't think Billum Smith was anything to shout about.
I think the Massey one was quite good.
Yeah, and he deserved to win. It was a good fight. But when you're watching it live and there's a big screen right in front of the where you're sitting as well, you're watching both, and I'll be straight. It does look better on TV. You know what I mean? Than you're actually looking head height into the ring. You know what I mean? It looks better. It looks better on the big screen. It sounds better as well because the atmosphere was poor. And the last fight, we sat there and we was watching people walk out in the hundreds.
Really, there's loads of people walking out.
Yeah, it was poor fight. Me personally,
it wasn't a great main event in my opinion either.
No, I don't think it was to many people, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? So there's nothing you can do about it. It's gone now. You just got that. They've got to move on to the next one.
Yeah, exactly. And for Marco, what do you think's next? I mean, that Blundell rematch, is that something you guys will look for? What about that Conor Meanwell? Does that Meanwell guy want a rematch with Marco? Or
yeah, he said he'd have a rematch, but Blundell, I don't think they'll be looking too far in front, unless he has 2 or 3, and he gets all wins and he steps up to 6 and 8 rounds, and they put it in for a Midland title fight. I don't think they'll be caught knocking our doors anytime soon.
I mean, with Marco, I saw. I think it was on the Johnny Fisher press conference v Babbitt. It said Marco was meant to be on that card. What happened?
That was the 6th. Is it the 6th or the 12th?
6th of July.
Yeah, nothing. Well, his name was there. His name was on the sheet as well, and they just refused it. I don't know why. You get a win. You get 2 wins. People don't want to fight you, and I don't know why. You know what I mean? You've got 2 arms and 2 legs, and this is what annoys me. If you're winning, you're winning. You're winning. Nobody wants to touch you. You don't want to keep fighting the so-called journeymen, as people call them. I don't call them journeymen. Like I've just said,
road warriors,
because you're going to get the win. What's the point? If you're going to do it, you've got to do it to the best of your ability.
Yeah.
And if it means fighting a step above what you are, take a step. If you're not that good, just come back down, start again, then go again.
Do you feel with Marco that he could have like some similar story to Ben Fields? As Ben Fields sort of
very much so. What a warrior he is. I love him. He's a good fighter.
Yeah,
I like the way he conducts himself.
Ben's been in the away corner the majority of his fights. Former Midlands champion as well. Do you think Marco could do like a similar route to Ben Fields? And is that something you guys like, a long-term goal in Midlands title for Marco?
Hopefully Midlands, English. Who knows? Who knows how far he can go? You know what I mean? Thing is, people, if you can't sell tickets, it's hard. But everybody wants to see a fight, but they don't want to pay for the tickets. They want you to give them, and obviously you can't. And with the price of them, £40 a piece or 70 or £80, £85 a piece. It's a lot of money. You and
Yeah.
your girlfriend go out, £80 each. That's 160. Then you get something to have to drink, have something to eat. You're talking over £200. You know what I mean? It's a long night out, and to watch some of them, you know, like I wouldn't pay for some of the shows. This show on Saturday is going to be very, very good. I think it's going to be a cracker in Birmingham. But obviously, I can't. We was going to go, but we got the Midland Box Cup with the amateurs. You know,
Oh,
Saturday
good
and
luck with
Sunday.
them.
We got 4 in there, and obviously, I ain't going to be able to get back here and get it back over Birmingham to watch that. Then get back out Sunday morning because, like, obviously, it's over a 2-day.
Yeah, I mean, Kane Baker is another one who goes on the road and it's for everyone.
Look what he's achieved. You know what I mean? And you know, it's nice for him to bow out on a win if he can get it. But whether it's a win or not, you know, he's a formidable kid. You know, from where he's come from. You know what I mean? You've got to take your hat off to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So good luck to him. But good luck to all of them. Connor Walker, I think he's got a very hard fight, but I think he'll come through.
Yeah, because apparently Crocker's signed to fight Donovan after. They're already lining fights up for him already.
I wouldn't sign anything if I got Connor. If I was facing Connor first.
Exactly, mate.
You know, Connor, he can fight.
Because they've done the same thing with that Patterson. They were overlooking him, and look what he done to that Patterson.
I've watched Connor from the amateur days, and he's a good kid, and he's got even better. You know what I mean? In his work rate, he's formidable, or phenomenal.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But
yeah,
we'll see Saturday night.
Yeah, exactly that. And before I let you go, shout out just shout your gym out.
Well, we train Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Darliston Boxing Gym. We train the amateurs and the pros. If anybody wants to come down and do a session, you're all welcome.
And from me, Tony, thank you for your time, and
well
done with Marco, because that was a good fight on Saturday, mate. Well done.
Nice one. Cheers. And all of, like I say, Connor Walker, Denny, the guy of the business, PCB for them. Yeah, all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye, mate.
Bye-bye.